Hello everybody, Sky here, and before we start the video, I just wanted to give you guys a little shout out to yourselves. Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I know it's not Five Nights at Freddy's, so if you're watching this video, I really appreciate it, because it's kind of been a running thing where most of my non-Five Nights at Freddy's content does not get nearly enough views in comparison to all of my Five Nights at Freddy's content. It's kind of drastic difference. So here's hoping this video doesn't flop horribly, but for the ones that did click on it, thank you so much. You're the real MVP. And yeah, I guess we'll just kind of get right into it. I don't really plan on this being a very long video, but yeah, I kind of had this idea for this costume for a long time, and I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna build it and make a video on it and just go with it. So yeah, here is the All Might mask that I've come up with, or at least Small Might mask. I've seen a bunch of people cosplay him with just like heavy like lion makeup kind of a deal and like big wigs and stuff, and I'm like, that looks pretty good, but like personally I thought it would be kind of a cool idea to make like an actual kind of anime accurate mask, I guess. And yeah, so here's that. As you can kind of see, he's got the cheekbone, like, highlights, I guess. It's basically just indented a little bit on both sides. He's got a nose, he's got his eyes, which is a black mesh with a slightly darker outline around it. As you guys can kind of see, it's a little bit textured on the on this darker part. And then he's got his three little lines on his forehead, and he's got a very large forehead. But majority of this gets covered with the wig when I actually wear it. And then he's got his teeth. I decided to go ahead and do it with teeth on top and bottom, even though it kind of looks like an animatronic. He's just like rah rah rah. When he closes his mouth, he doesn't look nearly as terrifying. And yeah, so it's just basically a face mask. It doesn't really have anything special on the back. That's the inside there. And then it's got a black strap that kind of goes over my head. And then I used some lights for his eyes. I used some fairy lights that I got off of Amazon. These ones are specifically blue, and they light up pretty well, but as you can kind of see, they don't light up very consistently. So I went ahead and took the lights and kind of painstakingly arranged them in circles with all the LEDs as close as possible, and then we get this effect. And yeah, that's it with them on. It kind of turns into All Might's sort of signature glowing blue eyes. I made them as close to ovals as possible. When I wear his face, he kind of just looks like in a regular mood, but if I kind of tilt his head down because of this big eyebrow or brow, he kind of goes into like angry mode. So it's like regular All Might, angry All Might kind of a thing. So I think it turned out pretty good. Now real quick before we move on, I just kind of wanted to give you guys a little comparison between the two masks. Oop. So I got my All Might mask and my All for One mask. This one I kind of took liberties with and turned it into more of like a skull, and then he's got his outer piece that kind of covers a lot of it. And then I got the All Might one. Eventually I might turn my background into more segmented areas, so I might have a My Hero Academia section and like a Five Nights at Freddy's section and blah 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 blah. Kind of like at the moment how I just have a Bendy and the Ink Machine section right there. Now the rest of his costume isn't really much to gawk at. It's basically just an outfit I bought at Volunteers of America and modified slightly. I'll kind of give you guys a brief rundown of the wig. But other than that, we're gonna just sort of pop into the main costume and sort of show it off for a couple minutes, and then that's gonna be the video. Alrighty, I wanted to show you guys the wig really quick before I put everything on, because this is kind of a trial by fire. The wig came completely unstyled, so I bought an All Might wig, or specifically like the small version of All Might. And it was completely unstyled and kind of just fanned out flat in front of my face. So I did my best to kind of use some clear coat and stuff and sort of turn it into some more signature hard sections that kind of don't fully cover the face. And yeah, the rest of it I'm just gonna leave unstyled for now because his hair's always kind of been messed up. And I might eventually try to remake the wig or redo the wig, but at the moment, this is what I got. And then one last thing before we get into the costume, I just wanted to show you guys possibly a future project if this video does well. I actually found a Hulk glove at a thrift store, and essentially my thought was I could turn this into his buff arm and then make like another version of the costume with one arm really buff and strong and the other one would just be this. So if this video does well, I will probably be making a follow-up video with this finished up and actually looking like All Might's arm. If not, I'll eventually do it, but it's not going to be high on my priorities list. Also, I might try to make it so that the arm could also turn into All For One's big fancy arm as well, so we'll see how that goes. Alrighty, so now I'm going to basically move the camera back so that you guys can see me in the full costume. And now you guys get to see my horribly messed up bottom shelves. They're kind of just full of junk at the moment. Now I'm gonna pop into the costume and kind of just do a quick little showcase of me wearing the whole thing, and then we're just gonna be done. So yeah, here we go. Alrighty guys, that's gonna wrap up today's video. I hope you did enjoy this non-Five Nights at Freddy's content. I've got some more stuff in the works, including, but not limited to, a full Vanny costume that I'm gonna be working on, so stay tuned for that showcase. When Fate Comes Knocking Chapter 2 Part 2 is going to be coming out hopefully before the end of the month. We'll see how it goes. And then I am also planning on working on all of the Glamrock animatronics in the background and stuff. So you might see a couple of those videos here and there. And yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the video now. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!